So we got here a 2005 Ford Focus. We're doing the tie rods on it. I use a wrench to get that locking nut off. So just leave the tie rod on, loosen that locking nut for the inner and outer tie rod. You can see right there it's loose. Then after that, you take your socket, which is like I believe it was a 15 or 17 millimeter, I forgot. You just take it off and then you hit that knuckle right there with the hammer. On this particular vehicle, it doesn't really, I didn't have to hit it that hard, but you can also use the tool to remove the tie rod. It depends on how you do it. I do it the old school way. A lot of people don't like it because they say it messes up the knuckle, but I've been doing it for 20 years already. Everything been all right. Now, when you take off the tie rod, you gotta count. You gotta count your count how many turns, because that's how many turns you're gonna put the new one back on. You take the pin that's holding that boot in, and right here is the little tricky part. You gotta stick a long screwdriver, or in this case, I'm using the breaker bar. And that's where you're gonna hit. You're gonna hit that part right there where the picture is at. It's a little clamp. It's a clamp that holding down that boot. And as soon as you hit that clamp, it's gonna bust open and you're gonna take that boot off. I have this tool that goes into the inner tie rod. You can get that in Amazon, or you can get that in auto parts store. You squeeze it in there, and then you tighten those two bolts. There are 14 millimeter bolts. Just tighten them up. You see it has a hole in for I can put my extension. Right there, it has I can put my extension in with my breaker bar. And right there, I just, it's regular. It's like lefty loosey, righty tighty, same thing, as any other bolt. As soon as you loosen that up, you just go ahead and unscrew it. It comes off. The process to installation is the same thing. Same exact concept. You see how bent it was? That's how bad it was from the accident the car had. You go ahead and you install a new one, and then do the same thing. Now this time you're gonna tighten it, obviously. Just tighten it up. You're gonna put your outer tie rod the same way you take it off. You're gonna put your boot in first. Put your boot in first. Put the pin, the clamp that's holding it outside, and then in the inside you could put another clamp. Then you put the nut that goes on there, and you go ahead and turn the same amount of turns on that outer tie rod. 98% of the time I get it right, where I don't need to get it aligned, but you do still have to get it aligned. I've been doing it for a while, so I could get it right pretty much. Just get it to where it goes, and then test drive the car and make sure it's straight. If it's not, you're gonna have to go down there and do some adjustments. And yeah, that's about it. You put that back on, make sure it's all up, everything is tight. After you put that on, put your wheel on, and you're good to go. Just test drive it and make sure everything is good. At least it gets you to make it to the alignment shop.